The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors, Amazon.com and tpublic.com. Listeners, beware. Coming straight from the Mouths of Madness, I'm one of the hosts. Lowdown with me as always is
F.U. Hunter. What's up, bitches?
What's up, you seasonal bitches?
Yeah,
you,
seasonal.
Corrupt, eternal, innocent
Finding
bitches.
strength through whatever. Like, I don't know.
Maybe that's not strength.
Yeah, one of them is. One of the stories.
One of the stories.
Yeah.
One of the stories. And it's fitting to its subtitle. Yes. So on tonight's episode, we're going to be discussing Stephen King's 4 novella collection book, Different Seasons. Now, this was the second collection book that he came out with. First one being Night Shift. Last year, we started off with doing Night Shift, and we're just going to continue in chronological order for all its collection stories and just talk about the adaptations from each one in lieu of the Master's birthday, which is going to be September 21st. So
Happy birthday, Steven.
We always do a Stephen King episode since we've started. This is year 3. And we always...
I was going to say, who should we have on this episode with us?
The man that like is me times like 100 with my Stephen King knowledge and love. We got Myke Reiser back.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey man, you got some good news going on in your life. Let's go give the listeners a little update on that shit.
Oh yeah, so we'll be doing the ultimate Stephen King thing and hopefully having a good marriage.
So not Dolores Claiborne.
No. Also not the titular A Good Marriage.
No.
Like it didn't end well.
Didn't end well at all. No. Does he have good marriages in his books?
Yeah, Lisi's story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of marriage in his books, so it's just like to pull out one out of 55 years
Pet
of writing.
Sematary, I mean, till death do us part. I mean,
yeah.
Bag of Bones also had an excellent marriage.
They did, because that story was about the grieving of the loss of the marriage. That is true. That's an underrated story. It's a bit bloated.
Oh, very much so. That was
They could have cut that book in half, and it would have been a much better all-through read.
It was peak 90s. Stephen King needed an editor, period.
Yes. And also, he couldn't really keep his thoughts concise and get it down to fill that many pages with detailed stuff, because he had stopped coke. He got, when he was coked out and he wrote a 1,000-page book, you're like, yeah, I'm in on this shit. And then 90s Stephen King 1,000-page book, you're like, I don't know about this, guys. We got Tommy Knockers, Bag of Bones. Good stories, just too long.
Insomnia.
Yeah, that's another one. Again, great fucking concept. I did enjoy the read, but I'm like, dude, come on. That was 650 pages, bro. You could have nipped that in the bud. But yeah, so this go around is Different Seasons. Came out in August 1982, and I'm sure all of you beautiful horror listeners know the 3 adaptations, and if you don't, I'm actually disappointed.
Let's just say disappointed. Was there something in the contract that only strong Hollywood directors could adapt these stories specifically? Because the list of directors
I wouldn't call one of them very strong.
At the time?
He was a baby at the time.
It's okay. Well, let's just say.
And then he was gross afterwards.
You got Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner's a beast.
Reiner.
2 of them.
Frank Darabont.
2 of them are a beast. And
I'll say at the time, though, I want you to think about this, all right? Bryan Singer, but this is following Usual Suspects.
True.
This is at the peak of Usual Suspects being the fucking movie. And so this is the thing. Bryan Singer was like, this is going to be my second film. There was a lot of attention put on that. So,
yeah, it was absolutely marketed as the prestige thing. It was seen as sort of the Quentin Tarantino making the jump from Reservoir Dogs to Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
At least marketing-wise.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
I see what you're saying.
Some of the properties and of some of the directors of Stephen King properties.
Oh, no.
This book has 3 qualified. Look, we can have our issues with Singer, and that's complete. Yeah. But he has directed several strong movies.
No, and 100%. You can't take that away from Singer. He has made some phenomenal films.
I'm just saying, we're not talking about the Mauler here, okay? I mean, shit.
Yeah, correct. And we're gonna just jump in and go in order of the stories, in order of the seasons listed. So, and this one is probably the the director that has done the best adapting of Stephen King. And unfortunately, he's only done 3. I would like to see him do all of them.
It's you know what though? I'm gonna throw a controversial thing out, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think it's a tie
Between this and The Mist?
No.
This is The Green Mile.
No, I'm saying the director and one of the other directors I just brought up, Rob Reiner. I'm sorry, but
no, I meant
you got Misery and you've got
but Frank Daramont's done 3.
I understand he's
Rob
done
Reiner's
3,
only done 2, so that immediately kills the tie.
but I'm talking about
All 3
quality.
were amazing. All 3. Green Mile was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
None of them have anything on Mike Flanagan, though.
Oh shit! I forgot.
No, Mike
and a
Flanagan.
third contender has entered the ring.
Because all those stories that we just dropped of what was adapted by those two directors were great stories. Flanagan took a shit story and made it better.
All right.
Dr. Sleep.
Again,
he took
a third contender has entered the ring.
Yeah.
Okay,
And an unfilmable novel with Gerald's Game.
no shit. Like he,
Ooh, this,
yeah,
this is
no,
all right.
Flanagan went the risque way and was like, no, I got this.
Yeah.
Like that's,
Didn't
that's a
even
good point.
blink at a
That's
novel
good
that
point.
takes place entirely inside someone's head.
I think the thing for me and why I had to bring up Rob Reiner though is that because he's not associated with the King properties like Darabont and like what's his name,
Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, Flanagan. I drew a blank. I'm just saying when you say Rob Reiner, you jump on a lot of his other properties, but again, he's got 2 King properties that
those
right
do go
along
by
that.
the wayside. And people, if you bring up Stand By Me or Misery, people are like, don't know who directed those.
Yeah.
Like they really don't.
Yeah.
Because
when you say Darabont, you're like, oh, King properties.
yeah,
So, like
exactly. And Walking Dead season 1.
Yep.
Which Frank Darabont. Anyway, so the Frank Darabont directed adaptation is based off the short story Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption. Subtitle: Hope Springs Eternal. So that goes to the happy-go-lucky thing Hunter was talking about earlier. But his film came out in '94, The Shawshank Redemption, and I mean, do we really need to really
explain that movie to anybody listening?
It's literally been on every fucking television, TV station ever. I mean,
I will say this: I got to introduce it to Parker for the first time this year, and he's like, I don't know. I was like, just watch it. And he made it through halfway, and he had to stop. He's like, I mean, I'm enjoying all right. I was like, just keep watching.
Keep watching it, man.
And
that's a 1 through
And
movie.
once he finished it, he was like, wow. I was like, yeah.
When I rewatched it, which I didn't need to, I just wanted to, like any excuse. Like I probably watched Shawshank, I know at least once a year, but probably twice at a minimum.
It's in that category,
It's just-
and there's I call it my 20 that if it's on TV, no matter what
Where
part
it's
it's
at.
on, you're like, I'm watching to the end.
Yep.
Yeah, it's almost unfair how good that turned out. It's like in the same tier as stuff like Goodfellas, The Godfather, things people will endlessly be watching until the end of time.
Exactly. And those 2 films you just compared it to actually won Oscars. This one got nominated, but did it win?
Oh man, it came
got
out.
robbed?
That's the one of the problems is that it came out in a really tough year because it came out the same year as Forrest Gump, which swept most Oscars. It also came out the same year as Pulp Fiction. It also came out the same year as Ed Wood. It came out the same year as a lot of movies that, as good as it is, the odds were stacked against it. If it come out the year before that, probably would have done great because there was a shit that really came out that year, all right? But it came out in the year where you're going up against fucking Pulp Fiction.
That's still
one of the highest grossing Tom Hanks movies of all time.
That still speaks to it though, because it was still up for nomination against a year that strong. So
Yeah, and it's not the end all be all. Taxi Driver didn't win after all. And this is a better movie than Taxi Driver.
no.
Yes.
Goodfellas didn't win. And so that there
that's
is...
another one of those films where if it's on, I'm watching it. I don't give a fuck. I'm watching Goodfellas.
Oh, it
dude.
lost it to Dance with Wolves. So you know how much you rewatch Dance with Wolves, right?
I watched it once.
Yeah.
When I was younger.
No.
That's it. I have 0 reasons.
Saw it that year, and that was...
I think
cool. Okay.
this movie fits all the categories because the direction, the plot, the actors, everything, the cinematography, the score, everything, it just all hits. And it is, a lot of people have it in their top 10 movies of all time because it's almost just the perfect movie.
And to get that from a King property, now it's that good, not because the director had to fuck with it, because in my notes I'm just like, no, there's like literally not really any differences between the novella and the movie.
You gotta give it up for Darabont.
I give it more. I give it a lot to that.
Your main character, Red, he went.
Oh yeah, he made him black
what?
instead of Irish.
You know what? Let's go with Morgan Freeman. When you close your eyes, you think
No,
Yeah,
but
Morgan
like
Freeman.
Red still does narrate the book, and I would much rather listen to Morgan Freeman's sultry voice than listen to some fucking fucked up Irish accent.
Yeah, I don't want David. I don't want David.
2.5 hours.
I don't want David Caruso fucking being the narrator, right?
Like, come on.
But I'm saying that was also Darabont kind of taking a risk, going, this direction, which
And that's what's crazy. Like, I don't even. I know that. I know that's a difference, and I remember explaining it to my son and Rachel, and it's like I don't even think about that when I watch it. I don't, because that difference is so unsubstantial to the story,
and that's
that
Darabont.
it just
that's
doesn't.
Darabont going, let me go this direction. So
yeah, the thing that Darabont shows is that he's incredibly comfortable with the level of violence and tension in the Stephen King story. It's not dialed back even a little bit, which The Body pulls a couple of punches in its film adaptation, Stand By Me. An Apt Pupil might as well almost be a different story.
Mm-hmm. But with the biggest thing that also really helped with Shawshank was, we have so much star power in this movie, and we're not talking about intro actors. Like, they spent fucking money. We're not even gonna go with the big hitters. We're gonna go with Clancy Brown, obviously Tim Robbins, fucking Bob Gunton. Come on, dude. Him as the warden has some of the most fucking notable, quotable lines of any film.
Yeah, to go from Demolition Man to
Which
this
is fucking horrible.
Well,
God.
I'm going to throw another one out there. William Sadler. To go from the bad guy in Die Hard 2,
where he does naked yoga in the beginning
naked
of the
karate in the mirror, to then go to taking a very much non-spotlight role.
Going from death into this. Death, A Bogus Journey.
Yeah, that's true.
He's William Sadler. And
which, side note, he was at one of the cons. And I was like, there's a couple movies. Again, I debated if I was going to be Bogus Journey. I was like, fuck it, I got to do Shawshank. I asked him, can you put something on my poster? He said, gotcha. He said,
Lawyer fucked me.
Didn't do it. Lawyer fucked me.
Oh, what's up?
And I was like,
oh,
thank
it's
you,
so
sir.
good.
And again, I wasn't like, could you put this right? Could you? He was like, I'll write this.
I got you.
Yep.
James Whitmore, who was Brooks, who was a veteran fucking actor. Dude, that was one of his last movies. He had like a 40-year movie career before that, consisting of like 100 projects. The dude fucking, yeah. I like just randomly watching a lot of old films, and he's been in a bunch of good ones.
And
then Mark Rolston.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, who's the head of the Queens.
Yep.
Getting his fucking, he had to eat out of a tube. Oh, that was so, that was one of the most
dragged back into the cell.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you're in a world of hate.
Oh, dude.
Hurt, man.
No, and hate.
Yeah.
It's both.
And that's the thing that you were saying is about the violence in the book and how Darabont's able to communicate it without showing it, because you see Andy Dufresne get attacked by the sisters, and
you don't
then
need to see him get raped though.
Well, no, but you see them surround him, and then camera motion,
and then the narration,
and then narration of like
sometimes he doesn't.
Months and months, and so there's some fucked up shit that happens. We don't have to see it. We already have the idea.
Exactly, and we don't need to see him limp.
Yeah,
you don't have. Seriously, you don't need to see that shit.
Andy's butthole after a while. It's like we don't need that. All right, his butthole was so puckered up that not 10 ice cream cones could cool down that puckered asshole.
Would it be more like he lost functionality of puckering?
Yeah. I'm just saying we don't need that narration. We just already know what's happening. Yeah.
But so I think the biggest thing for me was the actors they got. Obviously, it's the writing into a screenplay, but then the people to deliver that shit. It's just I can't say enough good things about this. And Tim Robbins, dude, Tim Robbins, just the scene where the way he captured Andy Dufresne. And one big scene for me was when he's fucking locks the door, puts on the record, and he knows he's fucked.
Yeah,
he knows it, and he's just shit-eating grin, fucking playing music for the rest of the fucking prison. And he knows he's in so much fucking shit right now.
Care.
He was 2 months in the hole?
Yep. He didn't care.
Yeah.
What the
just
fuck?
A smirk the entire time.
Yeah.
So I obviously love this fucking movie, and I've got to the point where I watched all the behind the scenes shit. Come to find out, I think something else that really works in the movie is they took over a shut down prison.
Yeah.
And
you can visit that prison.
Yeah. And I think that works because it's not some Hollywood set. You're like, all right, pretend you're like. These actors experience being in prison
environment.
Yeah, environment. So I think that also brings out this kind of true feel to that movie.
Yeah, and I was going to say the other thing, mentioning the prison, I'm thinking these soaring scenes is the cinematographer. I can't remember his name right now, but that dude caught so many fucking awesome shots. Pre drone era of now where you can just like literally record with a drone flying everywhere. He had to like attack. I'm assuming there were drones, but it probably was. I mean, this is 94, so
cranes and helicopters.
Yeah, right. Like,
and I think it's pretty obvious. And I'll just say, I mean, this is the top King adaptation. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, there's other properties that I say are pretty high up, but this is the property that you try to break down any problems you have with it. It's just not going to happen.
I know. I mean, there's another one that we're going to touch. Not next, but there's another one we're going to touch from this series that it's kind of give it a run for its money.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like not only is it like I'll save it till we get to that. So, unless there's anything else you want to say about Shawshank.
The last thing I want to say is that it's crazy that Darabont, who had been involved with a lot of horror properties prior to Shawshank, with co-writing Nightmare 3, co-writing The Blob, his foot was all in horror. So you hear Darabont doing a King property, and yet this is the most one of the most non-horror movie horror stories.
Yeah, but I guess there is a sense of, I don't know, I feel like there's always a sense of like horror throughout the story up until like the final satisfying scene of Andy's escape, and then
it's more of a drama than, I'm just saying.
It is more of a, well, no, as a story it is still more of a drama, but like maybe it is because we've read it, like the horror element's heavier through reading it.
Yeah, it's interesting because Different Seasons started as an alternative collection for Stephen King that he pitched his publisher on. He had been pigeonholed at that point as a horror writer. There was entirely too much money riding on the next big Stephen King horror book, and he, of course, wanted to spread his wings and do something different. And Different Seasons, they're all horror informed, but none of them are explicitly a horror story in any of the novellas in there. So
good. Well, and honestly, I think a theme we'll find, at least through the 3 that were adapted, not so much in the final one, is that it all really just kind of delves into the humans and the horror kind of within. Like the horror elements that are in Shawshank were all human. It was the guards, it was the warden, it was the queens, it was life behind bars, institutionalized, and like seeing what happens when you've been institutionalized and you get out, when they find out about Brooks and he fucking killed himself. Like all that shit is fucking horrifying.
Yep, and Stephen King does have books that focus on ghosts, cryptids, all kinds of other things, but humans are always the scariest villains in all of them.
Yes.
Bag of Bones has a lake full of ghosts, and who's the scariest people? Some real estate developers.
I mean, shit, even in Tommyknockers, like, yeah, oh, fuck, alien spaceship, aliens, fuck, no, it's the humans.
It's the town.
It's the whole town. Whole fucking town.
And Darabont got that so well as well with The Mist.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yep.
Oh, we'll get to that. Well, we'll get to that next year. Because that was a Nightmares and Dreamscapes, right?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. So that'll be next year's. Yeah.
But again,
yeah.
Shawshank's, it's the shit.
Well, next up, we got one from Bryan Singer.
Yep.
1998's film At Pupil, based off the second short story of the same name, subtitled Summer of Corruption. Now, right off the bat, I will say that the big difference is the time frame in which the movie took place versus the novella. The novella took place in almost 4-year time span. Basically his almost entire high school career.
Not like 4 weeks?
No,
Really?
in the movie it was a month and a half.
That's what I was saying,
and it was still in the fall. It still wasn't even summer.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, just, yeah.
There was 30 chapters, and each one was a different month.
Yeah. Yep. So that's right away. That's the big difference. But the main difference is just like Mike, you said earlier, it's almost a different story. It's really only a different story when it cuts to when they pull the shit on each other of well, I've got a letter I'm going to send to so and so. Oh, I've got this whole fucking manifesto in a lockbox, and they're bluffing each other, and they stop seeing each other, and then the rest of the movie goes this way, and the book goes this way. That's really, I think, the hard turn. There's a couple nuances here and there, but basically the same shit. They fucking, he fakes being the grandfather, talks to what's it, Schwimmer.
Yeah, David Schwimmer in this ridiculous false mustache.
God,
it's so
terrible
bad,
wig.
dude. It's so bad.
Terrible wig, terrible glasses. It's like a 1998's worst discount answer to what people in 84 looked like.
It's almost like Singer was trying to paint what a peta ass would look like, with the mustache, the glasses, the shitty sweater. diversion. I don't know. Anyhow, we'll get back on.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the night, the visions, the nightmares, all that stuff is pretty much neck for neck. But it's like the big thing in the book is that it actually takes like a few year gap, because the majority of the book takes place like the first year and then like the last few months, and there's like a few year gap in between. And like the main character, who was played by Renfro, Brad Renfro, Todd Bowen, was like now killing homeless people, like a lot.
Oh, really?
Like a lot of homeless
As opposed
people.
to it just being.
Well, now it's both of them in the book.
Yeah.
They both are doing it without knowing they're both. They don't know each other's doing it.
They're not
I
such
know,
kindred
it's so cute.
I also killed a homeless person.
Yeah, but
that sounds like a really bad
in the book,
sitcom.
in the movie, it's one. It's Elias Cotier, damn it, who was like going to sell his ass, I guess, at the same time.
That was so weird, man.
Dude, I'm like, wait a minute, what? This took a hard turn.
Like in the morning, can I get $10? Like, dude. Reach higher than $10, man. God damn. He's like, in the morning, you can do whatever you want, any holes anywhere, $10. Like, dude, get a higher price structure, man.
Yeah, that was a thing.
That's hard up. That's
dude.
really hard up.
He was an addict, dude.
Yeah.
And oh man, they didn't tell if he had bathed yet. Because you imagine that ass. Oh god.
Yeah. No, he looked pretty.
Looked pretty crusty. That's just like a shitty booty. I'd be like, no, bro, you need to go soak in that bleach first, and then but no, so it was they neutered the film, and I understand 98, we're post Columbine, because another part of the book, you want to dig in, you want to go with this one, Mike?
Which part are you referring to?
The highway.
Oh yeah, it ends with like a spectacular mass shooting that only Stephen King, the guy who wrote Rage, Road Work, could pull off.
Yeah, I mean,
really?
So there's a part in the book where he couldn't. He had to stop being a serial killer, basically. He couldn't go kill homeless people.
Yeah.
And so he found a perch in like a covered, but he had view of the highway from up above, and he would just like randomly pick off people on the highway.
Ooh.
But at the end, after he shoots Schwimmer in the face in the book, like when he's at his house, he completely goes crazy. Like, that's the point in the book. It shows him, he literally loses his mind from everything dealing
Not
with.
just suggesting.
He loses his fucking mind. And the book ends with him on a 5-hour shooting spree on the interstate with a rifle before the cops shoot him. That's how the book ends.
Damn.
Dude, that's fucking hard, dude. But I get why they couldn't film that in 98.
But you could have maybe made some more suggestions. I mean, the ending.
Post Columbine, dude.
I understand.
Like, post Columbine.
But
that changed everything.
You could have gone to black, have him cock a gun, go to black. Suggest
okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because the way it ends is just like, I'm gonna call you this and that, teacher, and then like, ooh, devious and fucking shooting a bunch of motherfuckers. Not this,
so.
I would, because so you could literally have that scene, pretty much have him hold a gun, cock it, walk into where, like, just anywhere, fade to black, and gunshots ring out. Credits.
I mean,
and you would have communicated more of what King wanted without showing some fucked up shit, just suggesting.
Yeah, the movie's interested in a different dynamic of fucked up shit and power corrupting. This story, the novella, is basically the most coherent example of Stephen King's philosophy on evil, how it corrupts, how it spreads person to person, and it's a theme that you can see later in Sleeping Beauties, all kinds of different ones that he's got.
It was a great newer one.
Yeah, and it's essentially the older parent working with somebody younger. Yeah, it was co-written with his son Owen. Yeah. So this is his vision of evil, and of course it ends incredibly violently in the story. The Bryan Singer adaptation brings something different to the table that wasn't in the novel at all. The novel's brutally misogynistic, especially involving like the young girls that Bowen is involved with and unable to perform with. That makes it over to the movie, but this movie has a huge splash of gay subtext, and there's definitely elements of gay S&M and control going on in it. The horror in the Stephen King adaptation where it first breaks bad is the first killing of a homeless person. In the movie, the oh shit moment is when Bowen shows up with a Nazi uniform for his mentor, demands that he puts it on or gets turned over to the Israelis for execution, and commands him to goose step around the house and laughs while watching it.
Yeah, as a person who has like zero fuck all knowledge of that this existed as a Stephen King short story, has read it or whatever, this is a good film. Like, I think from start to finish, it flows. It's a good film. It has a resolution that works. But for viewers that especially when it came out, like I could imagine, like they went into this like it's completely neutered. But if you actually watch it, like that scene specifically that you just talked about, like it is very fucking like scary because you just see it in Denker's eyes, like, oh fuck, I'm like he's back. He's like in that shit.
Say, is that
that's horrifying to me.
That's Ian McKellen, I think. Is just
amazing acting.
He went from feeble and like I don't want to do this to like
Goose step. Like, he was dude.
I'm fucking back. Like,
he's the chest bitch. Let's go. Like he
almost
was
like you don't know his history of like he was forced to work there.
No,
when you see the Goose,
he liked that shit.
Then you're like you see he's having
he's
fun.
He was a bad person.
You can stop now. You can stop. And he's like no. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Like
he was a bad person.
Yeah.
He was a truly bad person.
Yeah, it's what makes it so interesting, compelling, and horrifying to watch is the role reversal and the power dynamics, the like crawling humiliation as he has to put on this thing that he doesn't like and picks at it, and then all of a sudden it's a machine that the kid can't turn off.
Rewatching it and just seeing fucking Ian McKellen, you know, when I first saw it, I didn't know who the fucking Ian McKellen was because I did see this prior to X-Men or any of that shit, and I didn't know who he was. And going back and watching and everything I've seen him in since, I'm just like, fuck.
It's such a different role, yeah.
It just goes so hard, like.
Oh, with the homeless guy when he comes around
dude.
and he's massaging his temple as he's grabbing the knife.
Yeah,
and you're like,
that's the.
I just say that's
part of.
Yep.
So fucking weird, and yet like he's that determined. He's like, I'm gonna put you in the most relaxing spot I can before I murder the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what he did as a officer.
Yeah,
where
exactly.
He's like, go take a shower.
Yeah, and the thing is, it wasn't just like a race that they were trying to obliterate. It was homosexuality. The Nazis were trying to kill all gay people.
But I'm saying,
so it was very
the manner.
It was just fitting how they made it work in the film compared to
the manner
the story.
of the kill. That's what I'm saying is not the.
Well, it was very it was very seductive. It was a seductive kill.
Knock you out and kill you.
Until it wasn't.
I want to put you in the most ease spot before I murder the shit out of you, like he did as a Nazi.
Yeah, he mentions very early on in his lessons that there is no more powerful feeling in the world than having someone in front of you who is alive only because you allow them to be.
He did, yes.
Yep.
And that's exactly what he does there. It's the setup and the payoff.
Yeah, his whole character development, his whole unraveling as a character, is probably better put, was Ian McKellen was just, yeah.
Now, I will say,
awesome.
When he throws the homeless guy down the steps and he's about to plunge at him and he has a heart attack, and for some reason I hear the Curb Your Enthusiasm music kick in, almost ironic, like dun, 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 like, oh, not right now, I'm about to murder somebody, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
and another thing that, it's a small thing, but he actually does cook the cat in the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not in the movie.
I was relieved in the movie because I forgot about that the first time I watched it.
Because it had been like a day. Like it was that night before, and it was later in the day when Todd came over, and he's like, "What's that smell?" I was like, "It would probably be gone by now," because the cat was barely in the oven. Like, no, he like roasted that motherfucker in the book. It was bad.
Yeah, the one thing that King books can almost always be counted on is going further than their adaptations on film.
Yeah,
no shit. Like, God,
they killed the shit out of that fucking pigeon or whatever, that bird. Like,
oh yeah, that too. So that was in the book, so they kept that. I guess like we can't get it. I can't do two. We got to pick one.
Bird or cat.
Pick one. And showing the turn in our main character is probably a bigger deal than we already knew after he was goose stepping that Denker was.
Yeah, he's back.
He's done.
He's a monster.
Gone. Yeah.
And I brought this up, but the gentleman in the hospital that recognizes him, kind of ironic because where I recognize that actor from is he was the tank general in Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade. And then he plays the Jewish survival. I was like, wow, what a complete
The Last
turnaround.
Crusade so much when he mentioned, like, holy fuck. And
Yep.
like, bam, right in my... Dude,
this is how we
Last
say
Crusade's
goodbye
my favorite
in Germany.
Indiana Jones film. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Fuck. But I've got to give props to that actor, and I don't have his name down, but that shit almost brought me to tears. Like, I don't remember if I did when I was younger, but as an adult now watching, because he displayed what I guess even try to come close to fathoming what you'd be feeling at the time, laying next to the person who killed your wife, killed your kids, killed so many thousands of your people. Like, he couldn't even make sounds. Like, you barely even make sounds to cry. Just that fear
Yeah.
He's like biting his he's like chawing off his fucking fingers. Like, I mean, so impactful.
Yeah, this movie is absolutely a perfect synthesis of brilliant performances, even from bit players, and expert direction from Bryan Singer that creates disorienting shots. That hospital sequence works so well because of it flashes to the close-ups of the man, his arm, and then it gives you bizarre angles that are pulled back, weird, making it even more difficult to watch. The whole thing is almost kind of a hallucinatory experience with the way that Bryan Singer frames and shoots things.
You know, I didn't think about it. That's probably a big reason why it's trying to disorient you in the way that our character at that time is probably. He's not realizing that where I'm walking, I just need to get out of that fucking room.
Yeah, the pigeon sequence is absolutely perfect to show you that unhinged disconnect from reality. It's shot from beneath so that all you get to see are Todd's head and like this endless gymnasium sprawling behind him that doesn't even look real, and outdoors that doesn't look real either.
It was just white. It was just a white light.
Endless light.
The only thing you establish is that the bird's injured. Yeah. And it
made noise,
choice.
and then it stopped making noise.
Yeah.
That was pretty much and a couple thumps with a basketball. But so it's just, a great adaptation through and through. I think in today, like modern day, we've pushed the limits of what I think people think is palatable. I think it'd be cool to do this slower in 4 or 5 part miniseries. It is a novella. And it did a good job of condensing into an hour and 47 minutes. So it was almost 2 hours. But if you give it like another 2 hours and they follow the novel, I think you'd get a lot more because you'd witness Todd and Denker on their individual killing sprees and stuff like that.
It almost kind of breaks down into like the building up of a serial killer because, like as you say, the book does. Where when we were first introduced to him at the beginning of the movie, he's just like he's got his friends. He's high school, like very normal, just kind of. Curiosity is starting to build up, and like by the end of the movie and by the end of the book, it goes a lot more from curiosity to killing and like enjoying it. So
yeah, the book's a one-way ride into insanity. This one, it kind of with the ending feels like maybe Todd's gonna go on to be a CEO somewhere.
Yeah, you're like, God damn it, he's gonna like. What's that?
He's so devious.
He's the valedictorian. He's headed to college.
No, you're gonna do what I want.
He's gonna be in the boss for what's his face? The Michael Douglas film.
Well, Wall Street.
Yeah, it's like okay.
Yeah, that's the thing is that ending. I mean, it's like I can do whatever I want. Like I control the situation, and that's great. But it doesn't communicate like I'm going to murder the fuck out of people. It just communicates like I know how to play people.
Exactly.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, there was definitely more of a ego manipulation power play with the film versus the book. I agree 100% with you, Mike, that it was definitely just King tapping into that evil corrupts, always corrupt. It spreads. It's a cancer. And if you're around it and you seek it out and you want to get fucking down dirty into it, which he did, then it's gonna leave a stain on you or potentially infect you, and it ended up affecting him.
The one thing I could say that maybe the movie tried to communicate is that the first time I watched it, I never read the story. Is when he has that basketball, I'm waiting for him to take that basketball, smash David Schwimmer's head, and then just murder the fuck out of him. And it's almost like making the right decisions. Like you kill a homeless person, there's not a lot of people looking out for him. You kill your teacher. Pretty obvious, and
okay,
and that's the thing is that so I can see that is that I could kill the fuck out of you right now. I could just throw this basketball while you're walking away, knock you out, and do whatever I need to. But then
you're saying the film turned him into a true sociopath versus just someone who had a psychotic break.
Yeah, where he knows the risk. He goes,
I got you.
I could kill you.
That's okay.
But I'm going to influence this, and then I can kill, again, homeless people that people aren't going to be looking for and don't care about as much as, I don't know, my teacher missing all of a sudden.
That's a good take. I never looked at that, the difference of the ending being that way.
Yeah, I could see that ending being scarier in a way that, like, he's essentially turned into Tracy Flick from Election. Just completely amoral and willing to do whatever it takes.
You could have continued a little bit to show he's still fucked up and goes on whatever kind of killing spree it's in the book.
Unfortunately, we'll never get that because two of these stories, Roberto Dev and the other one, contain two amazingly young, talented childhood actors that died of both the same fucking thing. Ugh.
Doing drugs at a club?
ODs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I mean, that's sad, dude.
It is.
Like, it's fucked up, man. Like, I mean, like, between Brad Renfro and River Phoenix, those were like, they would have fucking done something.
Renfro definitely, because after he was in The Client, and he'd done
this
some was
movies.
like the stepping, like this movie, and then he was supposed to be involved in a lot of other, like, I don't know if either of y'all have seen Sleepers.
Yeah, he's in Sleepers.
Yeah, he's in Sleepers.
Yeah,
and like, so I mean, that's this App Pupil was like, and then he was going to be building up to people like Joaquin Phoenix, people at the time that were also in these kind of small roles building up, and indeed,
and yeah, River Phoenix, again, he was coming up and just anyway, it's just sad. I hate that shit, man.
All right, so is this
so this is the one that potentially gives Shawshank a run for its money.
Sorry, gotta do it, man.
Yeah.
You could just say the name of the movie, or you could sing it.
Well, so this is based off the story The Body, subtitled Fall from Innocence. This takes place in the season Fall. And this is the 1986 film Stand By Me, directed by Rob Reiner. And, oh boy, narrated by Richard fucking Dreyfuss, which is awesome.
I think Shawshank and this hold one thing, is that perfect narration choices both times.
Yeah.
100% agreed. Like, who the fuck? Like, all the times you've seen Richard Dreyfuss, I remember one of the first films I think I ever saw him in, as he, because at the time it came out, was Mr. Holland's Opus. And then obviously going back and seeing Jaws and
Close Encounters
and all those other stuff. It's like, once you hear him narrate, you're like, oh, when you go back and watch his other movies, you're like, oh, that voice. You're like, no, you could totally narrate. Like, you just didn't realize he had that voice.
Dude, you get to the end of that movie.
Yeah.
Allergies seem to happen to me at that time.
Exactly.
I'm just tearing up a little bit when he's talking about his friends, and then they fade away, and then he brings up
Chris got stabbed, but then you see him play with his kids and his kid and his son, and like how they're like the friends, and they're like, oh, it's just
Yeah, it's always a gamble to use the literary technique of that kind of third-person voiceover reflective narrator and bring that to film. It doesn't work a lot of the times, and it comes off as cheesy, but in both Shawshank Redemption and Stand By Me, brilliant decision to bring it to the films, and it added an extra dimension that just wouldn't otherwise be there.
And this is another one like Shawshank where there are a couple differences that we'll get into, but it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Like they made a couple selective choices which worked for the film, and the way the actors and the writers decided to portray those characters. I think it had a bigger impact. So actually, The Body almost made certain choices by King better. And I'll actually touch on one of those, Mike. I want to know if you agree, since you've read the story. By making Gordy pull the gun in the movie instead of Chris, I thought that was way more impactful.
Oh yeah,
because in the book, Chris Chambers just pulls a gun on Ace,
and that almost makes like what they would want to have happen.
Exactly, but they're like, no, Gordy, because Gordy was going through his own shit, and he was fed up, and he had been struggling the entire film, and
that's what I'm saying is that like Gordy, the whole almost purpose, in my opinion, from watching the movie, and I've never read the book, is get Gordy, like he's still dealing with his brother's death. Yeah, he's still dealing with his brother's death, and so that's the first moment where he kind of stands up.
Yeah,
for himself with the fucking gun.
But he then immediately breaks down, and we get, which similarly happens in the story as well. But I thought that was a great creative choice.
Yeah, it was. And there's definitely some smart decisions made, focusing on the pie eating contest story rather than the much weaker other story that's in the novella.
Yeah, I'm glad they went with Lard Ass.
Yeah.
What's the other story?
It's some trashy, smutty little story that he tells.
Oh, yeah, it was about some chick with big tits or something like that. Or okay.
It's not very good.
No.
Yeah.
But the Lard Ass one, the
brilliant
straight vengeance story, like, that shit's amazing. I love that scene so much. And, like, when I saw the movie, actually, I saw this film before I read it. And when I read it, it was just, it's still fun reading it.
But again, I got to say this, with Darabont, Rob Reiner had done one movie prior to this. All right? And it's a movie that you wouldn't go, oh, this makes a natural transition. Spinal Tap.
Yeah, no, not even close.
And then this.
Not even close.
Completely different fucking movies, not anywhere in the same level. So it's that like almost kind of first time director taking on a King property and just knowing the beats and knowing how to put it on film. People
have actually given me flack when I say that for me, personally, this was like my ultimate coming of age story film. Like, I mean, I love The Sandlot.
Why do people give you shit?
Because it's like, oh no, they're just going to look for a dead body. I was like, you did not watch that fucking film at all. They are going through so much.
Yeah, they're dealing with a brutal, repressive age, terrible families that don't pay any attention to them or are actively meddling and destroying their lives. And it really is a journey from like boyhood to the realization of that they're going to have to be capable and look out for themselves.
When they come back.
Yeah, it starts as a lark and it ends into life and death situation.
Each one of those, I've said this so many times with my group of friends, is that like there's times when your friends are there to lean on. When you run into these kind of huge life-changing things or things that affect you, and almost every character, like all the four boys, have some situation that they lean on their friends for.
Exactly.
Even Verno with his fucking brother.
And like the Vern's big thing was the train track.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
he's still
Gordy
dealing
was right
with
there.
His brother, like, picking on him and stuff like that. I mean, everybody else is a little more hardcore in the home life, but he's still dealing with being bullied and the fat kid and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still that, but I mean, obviously Chris, I mean, the fucking abusive, shitty fucking, like, you know, like, growing up, I mean...
well, I mean, not even that, but like, you talk about the milk money.
Yeah.
He's immediately blamed for it, regardless of, you know, like... And that story is direct from the book where, like, you know, he gave it back because he gained a conscience. He's trying to not be a Chambers.
Yeah.
Right? Because Chambers, that family comes back up.
That's what I'm saying, like,
in Castle Rock.
following him.
And, you know, the Castle Rock stories. The family comes up. But then, like, he's like, well, the money never made it back once I handed it in. So it's like, these motherfuckers are crooked too. He's like, he realized it's all fucking rigged, but he's the one getting shit on. And, like, for like a 13, 14-year-old to fucking have that realization, that's like heartbreaking. Like,
and then
you know,
what's Corey Feldman's character? I'm drawing a blank on right now.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember his character's name.
But you
I know his dad's the loony up and
loony.
Yep. Loony.
And you're like, man, but honestly, I think Gordy has the worst because, like, his nightmares is his dad looking at him saying, "It should have been you." Like, how fucking hardcore.
Dude, that is fucked up.
Like, that's some, like, and you like, and then his dad doesn't actually say that to him, but they go through all the motions. That's the way that it makes sense he would have these nightmares about it because the family's just no emotion. That's just like, hey, I'm going to go to so-and-so. Yeah, whatever. Just like, oh, you're going to be gone for a few days. We don't fucking care. Like,
Yeah, and that's why anybody who tells you that this is not the best coming-of-age story is objectively wrong. Stuff like The Sandlot idealizes that age and time. This is a actual destruction in real time early of the myth of the, like, 50s, 60s baby boom era being a wonderful, happy place because these families have problems that are either lurking below the surface or right in your face, and nobody is happy. It's a time of conflict. This is not Mayberry.
No, and they directly actually with LaChance, they directly target what King does, the Boomer era, when he's like LaChance is just like not Gordy. Fuck, what the fuck is this kid's name? It's killing me.
So you got Gordy, you got Vern Tessio,
you got Chris Chambers, and you got the
other one.
Oh, but it's like he's one of
like being in the Smiths.
He's
or
like
something.
one of the, he's actually one of the most physically fucking tragic characters.
Teddy.
That's right.
Oh, fuck.
Perfect name for him.
Forget Teddy. Anyway, when they their escape when they break out of the fucking junkyard and the dad talks shit about his dad, he's like, my dad stored on the beach at Normandy. So they're directly referencing boomers
and the PTSD that comes with that
World War II
generation.
Exactly. Like, and like I remember my grandfather and we lived with them for a while. He was in the Navy World War II over in Japan, and he's just like all my grandfather and my great uncle had great uncles had severe. My own great uncle was at the battle, was like right outside the Battle of the Bulge, not directly in the center of the forest, but right outside, and they were still dropping mortars and shit out there. So it's just like, but it was called shell shock back then.
Yep.
That's what it was. It wasn't PTSD, but like, it's showing that this far back in the 80s that like, no, it's not okay. Like, come home and like your husband's gonna be normal, or your brother's gonna be the same. That's not how that shit worked.
Yeah, and this is a frequent Stephen King theme as well. Much like the evil from Apt Pupil, he returns to this in the JFK assassination book, Big Time.
Now I'll say another, I keep bringing up Shawshank in this, but as in where you had Clancy Brown as the perfect antagonist, right?
Kiefer Sutherland, bro.
Kiefer Sutherland, yeah.
Dude.
Ooh, man, it's this, and then right after this, he does Lost Boys. And it's like, man, Kiefer was
he kept the hair.
knocking that shit out,
He basically went into Lost Boys and trimmed the sides up a bit, kept the back length, and like cut and just,
and I know people see, oh, you mean the dude from 24? Yes. But go back and see him in this movie because it's completely different.
This was my first introduction to Kiefer Sutherland. Was this movie? Stand By Me.
Yeah, it's the perfect synergy between character and role because Ace is one of Stephen King's best prototypical villains.
No, he is.
It's that whole theme of the banality of evil right there. He's a small town bully who's just going to end up a drunk laborer,
which we see in Evil Things.
Yep.
But this is the best adaptation of Ace. Whatever. And I remember I watched, there was this thing on YouTube, I think GQ did it, and it was like Kiefer Sutherland talking about his favorite roles. And Ace Merrill came up, and he talked about performing Ace. And he was like, I needed just like, I didn't go around the kids. So when they saw me in filming, they hated me. Like they were scared of me.
I've also watched a couple of behind the scenes of this movie, and Rob Reiner intentionally kept them apart till their scenes because kind of build up this like actual like
because Kiefer Sutherland at the time with those kids, that was an imposing figure. The way his demeanor, everything, dude.
He played a vampire in Lost Boys, but you wouldn't know he wasn't playing it because he has just this aura of just fucked up evil that he doesn't say he says some fucked up shit, but you just look at him and you're just like, don't cross him.
Yeah, and like this is still to this day my favorite, and we've had I think 3 adaptations of Ace.
Yeah.
He is my favorite. Like, it will always be like if they ever come back and adapt something where Ace is older, and I wish Kiefer would jump back on that because now the ages would add up. Because I really would love to see him jump back into that with how far he's come in his career as acting and just what he could bring to the table now as an older, still like fucked up Ace Merrill.
Yeah,
like Ace Merrill never learned anything.
Yeah,
he just stayed a piece of shit.
During the novella, it's a tremendous arc for him because the novella has an epilogue that the film doesn't, and it just, you can see Ace diminished, and it drives home the absolute theme of this coming-of-age story. It's not a happy coming-of-age story. We go from something that's a lark, weird, and tall tales into just the grind of every day, and everything the magic is sucked out of at the end of the body.
That's the thing. It's like, there isn't that happy ending. It's like, no, like it's not saying life is always going to be a down note, but like the happy ending thing, that's not like the base level of existence, right? Like you've got to find that, and they have never been put in a position where they had to find that. And now they realize, like you said, that they have to realize we've got to do something or we're going to be stuck and it's just going to be this forever.
Yep. So now I absolutely get and understand why fans of The Sandlot, Now and Then, and Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants hate you. The reason is because your favorite demolishes their favorites.
That's fair.
I mean, Sandlot came out 8-9 years after Stand By Me.
Yeah, it was like 92.
Come on.
The 90s, all the coming issues in the 90s were all happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they weren't based off Stephen King books.
Well, maybe not My Girl, but
no, I love My Girl. Maybe I just love fucked up shit. I love My Girl. My Girl is such a great fucking movie.
Bees, not the bees.
Not the bees.
It's so fucked up. And yet everybody's like, God, I love My Girl. And you're like, it's so sad. Like, yeah, sad. You're like, God
and
damn,
maybe that's why I don't like My Girl too, because no one dies in it.
Everybody only watches that movie to see Macaulay, the kid from Home Alone, fucking die by bees, all right?
You know what I think I really dug about that film? Just a side note, this is a departure from King. Even though the tone is kind of similar, that foreboding, shit's gonna about to get fucked up thing, is that it was a like girly girl lead. She was just trying to figure out, parents, mom's gone.
Yeah.
She died, left with her dad. It really grounded the traditional like young girl movie. Cause I remember watching some of those other, movies that were more based around a young girl versus a young boy. Right. And just thinking like, this doesn't seem real. But then this movie came out and I was like, wait, okay, now we're talking. Now here's the meat and potatoes. Like, I'm just trying to figure the fucking shit out, right?
You get Macaulay Culkin death in, yeah.
And you get Macaulay Culkin death in it. But like, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
That's so sad. It's so sad.
to the point I can send a meme about it to people and they'll just immediately text me back the crying face emoji at this point.
Because it still hurts.
Later.
It still hurts.
Oh, every Valentine's Day, somebody will post a photo of Macaulay Culkin.
Be mine or
with,
something.
Yeah, be mine. With the, and you're like, come on,
That's like
man.
somebody posts something about Wash, dude. It's still too soon.
Yep.
Still too soon.
But to me, I agree. I agree with you, Steven. Stand By Me is the essential, like, coming of age
story, dude. Like,
and the soundtrack. I mean, again.
Oh, can we talk about the 50s? We've got fucking Buddy Holly. We've got the Four Top. We got, dude, there's so much shit on that.
I can't hear Pop without doing the pop. You have to. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, so good. So good. Or they're doing, they're playing the baseball game to Yakety Yak. And they're just knocking out mailboxes. Like, oh, such douches. Fucking. They're making their own Cobras tattoo. Like, oh, it's so 50s so dumbass, bad. Dude. It's so bad. But people did that. But that shit happened. You know, we've read The Outsiders too. It's like based in the same time period. Like, that's dumb shit like that happened.
Yeah, they didn't have Fortnite. They didn't even have Super Mario Brothers. Like, you just gotta roll your sleeves and put the cigarette packet in there.
Yeah.
And again, I'll challenge someone to watch that movie, and you get to the end,
and you don't cry,
and the music cues in, and he starts talking about what happens to him after they split off and they grow up. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, if I could just get like that score, I would take. I could listen to that. Just that score does to me what like the Hope score from Star Wars does. Like when first time you hear that is when Luke's staring at the two suns on Tatooine. It's like, you know, that just operatic take of the main theme where it's like do 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 do, and you're like, oh, my heart can't take it. Like, and just that the
two sun scene.
Yeah, dude. Right, but that ending scene of Stand By Me does the same thing where it's just like all his friends disappear. And the biggest one was Chambers because it brings you back to the future or the present at the time. It references the newspaper from the beginning that you had no idea what you know, if you're just watching the movie, you have no idea why that meant anything. You're like, oh no, bro, you're just trying to be a good guy and you got stabbed. Oh, and it goes to the nice guys finish last, right? That came up in the story, and he was trying to be a good guy and fucking got stabbed, and he was a lawyer. He did it. And he did what everybody thought he couldn't do. He overcame every obstacle, right?
And Chris was the main supporter on him writing his stories.
Yes.
And that's the thing is like now he's an adult, he's a writer, and like it's because his obviously his fucking family gave up on that shit because they
wouldn't play football. So
yeah.
But
I will say, I think of the non-supernatural horror themed properties, obviously Shawshank and Stand By Me, top two.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, without a fucking doubt. Because right, you go in the Green Mile with Darabont, and it's definitely supernatural elements. Yeah, even though Michael Clark Duncan, we'll get into the Green Mile. Well, that was actually just a straight novel, so that won't be in the adaptation. Damn it, we'll have to fucking we'll have to work that in.
We'll have to like lump some novels together. Yeah.
Well, you could, in theory. It was a gimmick of a novel because it came out in the short little volumes, like it was Dickens back in the day.
Did it? I didn't know that.
Its original version was like individual little books that came out like one at a time.
Really?
Yep.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, Stephen King is all about the gimmicks and the throwbacks and the literary traditions.
So I wonder how much those are worth if you have the original copies of the mini editions, just for collector's shits and giggles. Like, if you know what I mean, like if you actually bought those when they came out,
There's a whole universe of Stephen King collectors on Instagram, and I love seeing like the Ukraine editions of If It Bleeds or like the signed first edition Firestarter copies.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh, see, that's a movie I don't care about doing a killer filler on. Firestarter. I have like zero desire to see the remake of that.
Terrific novel.
Great book.
Not a good movie.
Yeah, it came and went, and we have never.
But the Drew Barrymore, from what I understand, is Oscar worthy compared to
the modern one.
What we got with Zac Efron and whoever the fuck else was in that movie. Yeah. I heard. Yeah. See, that's why I never brought that up for killer. I'm like, I don't need to do no.
Nope.
Because you're right. Like based off the book, the original one's still. I mean, George C. Scott and Drew Barrymore are the only reasons to watch that film because George C. Scott eats that fucking shit for dinner. He's just like, I'm eating the scene.
Fucking eye patch. Like, murder the shit out of that little girl.
Exactly.
He loves like I want to pretend like I'm a feeble old man, but I'll murder the shit out of you. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And those are the only reasons to watch the film because when they're not in the scenes, it's terrible.
It's a lot of nosebleeds.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. Yeah. Which, for those of you who don't know, I know we've referenced it on Geo episodes before. That's probably where they got it for Stranger Things. Just saying.
Yep.
Thank you. Thanks, King, for nosebleeds being linked to like
Psychic powers.
Yep. But yeah, so we're down to one more season here, and that has not been adapted, but we will give it a brief mention because we're only talking about the things that you can watch if you're not a reader. So we want you to be able to see these stories. It's called The Breathing Method, subtitled A Winter's Tale. Now, I did hear that it's been in development since 2019. Obviously, COVID probably fucked shit up. But Scott Derrickson is pinned as the director. His newest movie is Black Phone, so that's got mixed reviews. I've yet to watch it. I also wasn't super interested in seeing it based off the trailers, but
it's King Extended Universe adaptation. It was a Joe Hill short.
Really?
Was it?
Yeah.
Huh. See, I like me some Joe Hill. See?
I think we should cover it.
I wish they'd do an adaptation of Heart Shaped Box.
I have some opinions on it because I just watched it. So if we do cover it,
yeah,
got some opinions on it.
Yeah, and I haven't read that, so I don't have reference to what liberties he took with it either.
But this Scott Derrickson, I mean, yeah, he did Doctor Strange, first one. All right, like we said, Black Phone. He did though do a movie that is infamous, and low down on myself. We're saved from finishing this movie because we watched Deliver Us from Evil
with Eric Bana.
And luckily,
theater lost power.
The projector malfunctioned.
Oh, was that? Was that it? Okay.
Because the manager came in and said, "Hey, if you want, I can try to get it back on screen." And we said no. We've seen enough. And we were about 40 minutes, an hour in.
We were. I think we.
There was still at least, I'd say, 30 minutes left.
Yeah, there was like 30, 40 minutes left.
And we said, you know what? We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're the only people in the theater. And we said, don't worry about it. We're going to just leave.
You know what? I still got to watch Hunter's face in a bone-breaking scene, which was worth it.
God damn it. But yeah,
practical effect bone-breaking scene, by the way.
But yeah, no. Yeah. So this director's definitely had some ups and downs when it comes.
I feel like he did something else too. Like, I feel like there's like two other ones that I feel like were big ones that I remember. Oh shit, okay, he did those, like, kind of thing.
Involved in Into the Dark as an executive producer, a lot of producing, not as much directing.
Okay, maybe I saw his name attached, and it was
because Sinister. He was a producer,
and the Sinister 2.
Which was
if he can pull off bone-breaking violence, then it's probably in good hands. Since this story is a weird one, it's just about an absolutely bizarre medical incident, and that's really just the whole story.
They're probably.
I can throw another one out that he did. I don't know if he wants us to bring up The Day the Earth Stood Still remake.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. And
The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
I did say that one. Yeah. But no, The Day the Earth Stood Still, that's what I was thinking of.
And he was the director of Sinister. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's
Sinister is solid. I fucking love that. That movie was fucking
ups
solid.
And downs. I mean, what
was his very
adaptation?
First, I feel like his very first film was a good one.
It was a Hellraiser sequel.
No, never mind. That was Inferno. Fuck that.
Yeah, that was Inferno.
That was a piece of shit.
And then the Exorcism of Emily Rose, and then Upside. But yeah, so who
took
knows?
him a minute.
Who knows how that movie would have gone? Would it be a Sinister, or would it be a Deliver Us from Evil?
Based off the story, unless he took like hard liberties, and like basically wrote a different story. It's revolved around doctors in like a weird ass club.
Yeah, it's a frame novel as its literary gimmick. Essentially, it's a group of doctors in a club telling each other weird stories. And the weirdest one of all is about a doctor who invents a breathing method that was unconventional in Edwardian times and has a patient use it to go beyond the bounds of life and death.
Mm-hmm. But it was taught to them as like almost like a Lamaze class, right?
Yeah.
Proto
Lamaze.
She gets into an accident at the end of pretty much towards the end of the novella, and she gets decapitated. But like her lungs are still working, everything's still working when the doctor gets there, and her head's way off in the distance, and he can see her doing the breathing method, and she's able to give birth, and then also mouth "thank you" to the doctor, if I remember that correctly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, all right.
It's a weird club. It shows up in a couple of Stephen King's short story collections. It's not his strongest material, but
no, I think it would be one to go watch, not taking seriously.
Yeah.
Now I will say, to me, when I think of a better version of that is Peter Straub's, who R.I.P. We got to mention that. We haven't recorded since we found out that he passed.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, he died. Yeah, unfortunately. Me, obviously, we're talking about King, fucking Talisman, Jesus fucking Christ. Yep. And people give his shit, but the fucking Black House is a good fucking book, man. He didn't always write great. There wasn't a lot of great sequels in later part in life, but I will count that as a good fucking sequel to an amazing story.
Absolutely.
I will. Like we talked about Dr. Sleep, fuck that book. Black House, it was cool. They brought in some of the newer stuff, tying in more with the Dark Tower outside of directly the Dark Tower, like some of the other outlying elements of it, and just the way that dealing with like a basically drug addict Torrance. No, it wasn't Torrance. What was his last name? It was Jack. And the Talisman was Jack. It's not important. But yeah. So he had a story called Ghost Story. That was adapted into a made. I don't remember if it was made for TV, because the only time I saw it first, my mom had recorded it off of TV. But it's about
it was the four guys.
Four guys that got back.
I remember that movie.
Creepy as fuck, dude.
My dad took me to see that when I was 5 or 6.
Yeah,
scared the living shit out of me.
Yeah,
I've yet to ever see, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that movie is very fucking scary. It's almost like it was like, I don't know which one came out first, but it's almost like if that came out after, it was a watered down version of like that kind of.
There's some creepy fucking elements to it.
Yeah.
Definitely terrified of a 5-year-old.
Yeah, it makes sense because Peter Straub he held back less than Stephen King and was frequently scarier.
Yeah.
His shorts are a lot grosser than Stephen King's.
Yeah, man. Well, that's another ground.
I need to go back and watch Ghost Story.
He doesn't have a lot of adaptations though.
Yeah.
Like he didn't make it to where like people, like when you hear his name, like, you know, like if you're doing a trail like from the macabre mind of Peter Straub, you know, like now it's like you're guaranteed to make money at least the first weekend from the mind of Stephen King. And then once the news gets out, second week it might not be so good.
For the mind of Stephen King. We'll remake a Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, like, oh, no. You greenlit this, bro?
Yeah. No, he's a harder brand to sell because most of his stories are interior, utterly insane, and disgusting to boot. They are not for all tastes.
No. All right. That's a different season, guys. It was 4 stories, 4 seasons, 3 were adapted, all 3 fucking bangers, man.
Yeah.
Like 2 were definitely rise above, but like we'll get to another one that's 4 stories and
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Boy.
You get 3 pretty strong movies compared to.
Yeah,
I remember last year recording, and like I said, there's a few.
Oh no, there's another one that's literally 4 novellas, and they are not
fantastic.
There's Well, you got anything to say about those 4? Right.
Which collection is that?
4 Past Midnight.
Oh, 4 Past Midnight. Oof.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
It's oof.
We'll say that.
That'll be a couple. That's gonna be. That'll be a couple years for that. But
you can't knock his Full Dark No Stars collection of novellas. They're just brilliant.
No, but that's like so far away. It's so far away because 4 Past Midnight was literally the next 4-part novella from this, and it's like, oh god, the stories were good, but this is anyway. We'll get into that. So. All right, we're going to wrap that up on different seasons, and I recommend that you go and buy a copy of different seasons. As always, recommend reading it prior to watching it through our link at GeoPodcast.com. Just go to our links tab, click the Amazon link, it takes you there, log in, and then just search Stephen King different seasons. You can get it in hardcover, trade paperback, pocket paperback, any version you want, because you got the small little paperbacks that are pulp. You can store them away when you're done with them, kind of thing. I prefer, if I'm going to use it, I like the taller, wider versions of paperback.
Book Nerd says, go to a used bookstore and find yourself that old school 80s mass market cover with the sun, the moon, etc.
Just because I have that does't mean that you need to do that when we could make money off your sale. But I kind of agree.
Besides that,
I have that. I actually have 2 of those.
There is
I have one.
Amazing restoration or 4K version of Shawshank.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Holy fuck. Yeah.
That fucking get on Amazon, because I mean...
You can buy all these films.
And I think Stand By Me now they have got a 4K.
The 4K one now, Stand By Me?
Yeah. I don't think it's a big collector's one like edition yet, but the Shawshank one...
But the Shawshank hit harder. Shawshank hit the theater world harder, dude.
Yeah, but I'm saying bells and whistles, it's on there, so... Go on Amazon, pick up that.
Fuck, it's worth it. And right next to the Amazon link on our links page is TeePublic. That's where all the shows have all their designs that's like on, and you can get them on everything. I mean, fucking everything. And it's spooky season, so that means we brought back out our spooky designs, and we've added, I believe, 2. So we're like well over 50 designs right now, and these designs will be up through the end of the year, through the entire holiday season. So make sure that you take advantage of it this year if you've not done it the past few years, because there's a sale every weekend.
Time. Get it on a hoodie.
Hoodie, long sleeve. Like if you're like me, I wear more long sleeves. It's got to start getting pretty chilly for me to wear a hoodie, or buy just a fucking sweatshirt.
Yeah,
like they have just the standard no hooded sweatshirts.
And, tote bags always gonna be an option too.
So. Yeah, it's fucking tote bags. Hey, buy a tote bag big enough, and I'll mail you Hunter's head.
Wow.
And you can bury it in one of our tote bags.
Yeah, gotta get a bunch of tote bags though, right?
Yeah, some tote bags. Yeah, and then always while you're on geopodcast.com, make sure to check out all the other shows under the network. There's tons of fucking fun for everybody. Trust me, you'll have a blast. And also hit us up at lowdownbrown.gui@gmail.com. Let us know what you think about these stories, these adaptations. If you're an avid King reader, which I hope you are.
If you have a problem with any 3 of these movies.
Yeah, or if you have a problem, exactly. If you have a problem with the adaptations, or if you disagree with how the stories flowed from the novel, let us know. We just want to hear. I have yet to meet somebody that has a differing opinion on any of these, especially the stories.
Shock us.
Especially from the book. But, I mean, hey, we're open to a conversation on that, so just make sure you hit us up. And now, it is time for...
Stump the host.
All right, so we tied on the last episode.
Shit, man.
Yeah, we did. You motherfucker.
This is going to be some intense shit now, because now it's going to be back and forth, back and forth.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. So, we have tied. It's Stump the Host, bitches. Mike, you decide who goes first.
Let's throw it out to you first.
Oh, fuck me.
Ooh.
That's not a good thing.
This will be a fun one. I'm going to try my best to keep these focused on adaptations.
Oh, boy.
So here's one for you. Alexandre Aja's breakout 2003 French extreme horror film is a very loose adaptation of a Dean Koontz novel, which Dean Koontz hated but refused to sue over because it would bring the movie more notoriety. What was that film?
2003? High Tension?
Yes.
What was that an adaptation of?
His book High Intensity, which is a thriller he wrote that he intended as an experiment to prove there were that he could do a book with no pauses and just tension and a cat and mouse killer story.
I need to read that.
No shit.
Because that movie, yeah.
It plays very, very loose with the actual Koontz novel.
I'm assuming it's the Koontz is in his graphic.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
No, was it?
No head blowjobs.
Dresser scene.
Yeah, no, the dresser wasn't in it. The chainsaw wasn't in it.
The decapitated head blowjob was, though?
No.
No. And then the decapitated head was placed into the lap.
Anyway. All right.
So I've got one for you. Speaking of extremely loose adaptations, what 1988 Wes Craven film was based on a dense botany nonfiction book that proposed that Haitian zombie legends were due to pufferfish tetrodotoxin poisoning?
What year was the year again? Sorry.
1988, Wes Craven and zombies.
Fuck, the only thing I can think of is Shocker.
Serpents of the Light.
Very, very
God,
close.
Serpent of the Rainbow.
Serpent of the Rainbow.
Serpent of the Rainbow.
Damn it.
So
I got
we got to cancel that, I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Cancels it out.
Fuck.
I knew it was Serpent something. God damn it.
I just
Bill
realized
Pullman.
after-
Fucking Bill Pullman was in that shit.
Yep.
God damn it. Oh.
Yeah,
And
playing a Harvard
there's
botanist.
And there's a series on Shudder called Cursed Films, and that they covered that, and it just completely blanked out because they had a lot of problems in the production with that movie.
Yeah, no, I do. God damn it. I could have got still. Fuck me. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I've got one for you. What 1999 horror western is based on the real-life incidents involving the Donner Party and the cannibal Alfred Packer?
Oh, Ravenous?
Yep.
God damn it! Both
Guy
your
Pearce,
questions-
baby. Guy Pearce.
Oh,
All right, I got one for you. Bernard Rose adapted a Clive Barker short story and a number of Chicago Reader articles about a real-life homicide into what 1992 film?
repeat that one more time. Sorry, I'm pretty sure I know this.
Bernard Rose adapted a Clive Barker short story and a number of Chicago Reader articles about a real-life homicide.
Candyman.
No, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
God damn, you better get that right.
One time it was like Chicago, 88.
No, for me it was 92 Bernard Rose.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
that's what I meant,
okay. I was like, you better get that mother. All right, 2-1. Let's go.
All
What's
right.
up?
Tony Burgess adapted his experimental novel into this tense 2008 horror movie about a Canadian radio station at the heart of a rage zombie outbreak.
Return of the Living Dead? Rage of the Grave? I have no idea. Rage of the Grave, that's all I got.
I'm so upset because I am midway watching this movie and I am drawing a complete...
It's 2008?
Yeah.
Give me a second. God damn it. I'm literally watching this movie right now. And I'm going to kill myself because I can't.
Rapid fire.
I understand.
Yeah, that's it.
It's gonna fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pontypool.
Pontypool. Yeah.
Oh fuck, Katie. Like I didn't know it was that old.
Yeah,
I've watched that. I didn't know it was that
I'm
old.
literally halfway through that
No, but
movie.
she gave us that like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Or about it was like 2 years ago, or was it a year ago? One of the two.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize it was 2008. God damn it! Because
Yeah.
I thought of that, but I'm like, no, 2008. This is newer than that. Fuck. All right, so
Yeah, I guess is that it? Or I guess
no.
I guess
You
I have one more chance.
You have one more chance.
I got one more chance.
One more chance.
Oh,
and I got one more
shit.
chance to steal.
Oh, the pressure's on.
The pressure is on.
Okay, here we go. I got one for you. Jack Ketchum's novels have been adapted into a 4-film franchise about a multi-generational saga of a family of feral humans, the latter two of which have been feminist-focused. Name any of these cannibal family movies.
Jack Ketchum cannibal movies. Fuck. And they're female oriented.
The last two are.
God damn, I have no fucking idea.
And there's 4 of them?
Yes.
There's 4 movies or 4 books?
4 movies out of 3 books.
Holy fuck. I feel like I should know this and it's going to kick my ass.
I'm going to toss out a hint. Lucky McKee helped collaborate on it, as did the star of the Lucky McKee one on the most recent iteration.
Yeah, that doesn't
All
help
right.
me. I have no idea. So,
All right.
Okay, we got Offspring, Off Season, The Woman, and Darling.
I have seen none of those.
yeah, I was
None
gonna
of those.
say-
All right.
Can I have another question?
No.
Fuck.
2-1, bitch.
All right.
Suck these nuts.
I guess that's it then.
Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah.
I mean, that was 6 questions.
Yeah. Son of a
We
bitch.
didn't even tie, so I win. Fuck you.
Damn it. Why couldn't you have had that last question? Son of a bitch.
Well, I'm pissed because I fucking missed the other one, so I would have it would just been like a.
I'm pissed at
Sweet.
a movie that I'm in the midst of watching I couldn't remember the fucking title of, so I could have tied this bitch up. So, whatever.
Yeah, well, there you have it, folks.
And that's what's insulting. Literally
You're watching the movie.
the fucking movie and going, I'm watching it. I know exactly. As soon as he said DJ and not being able to say the title. So,
Motherfucker.
yeah.
No, I literally thought Pontypool, and I was like, no, that's not 2008.
Yeah.
Fuck if it's not. All right.
We're going to
there
catch
we
some
go.
shit. We're going to catch some shit.
Oh, yeah, because we got to, yeah, fuck. Yep, so, Mike, as always, thank you for being on.
Well,
Greatly
thank you for
appreciate it,
having
man.
me. Love this
Did you enjoy it?
topic.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Fucking always love your insight. Fucking always a blast.
I
I
remember that time Mike had joined us to record that episode on Stand By Me. He would go on to get married and...
All right, we're done. I made it through
I
the
was
one
trying to think
measure.
of
Like I'm
some narration and then him just disappear in front of us. But
I made it through the bar. I'm good. Like
Fade out.
yeah. All right. So thank you everyone for joining us. And until we talk to you again, embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.
Mike the Hobbit here,
Lowdown Brown.
inviting you to check out Geeks Under the Influence, a podcast that pairs booze with conversation with good friends.
And a little nerd culture.
We get a lot of colorful conversation out of our episodes, but it is here for everyone, no gatekeeping.
Always level up everything we do.
We'll punch up, never punch down.
Exactly.
So check out Geeks Under the Influence everywhere you get your podcasts and join us or die.
Shut the fuck up, Hobbit. Welcome to GUI Nights.
GUI Nights.
Yeah, I am Lowdown Brown. With me as always,
Myke the Hobbit.
This is the tangential side of GUI.
This is like so many of those other shows that has the after the show bit mixed with a little bit of Baywatch night, so it's a little sexier. It's a little bit after hours.
Also while tying it into the previous episode of GUI. So look forward to that too, because this comes out the week after the flagship hour-long episode.
So make sure to check out GUI nights, and when you're done, you can
go the fuck home.
In a world with too many reboots and remakes,
two men will stop at nothing to make it even worse.
Join Myke the Hobbit and Tondi as they play by their own rules while pitching new takes on some of your favorite and least favorite films and TV shows. What podcast would dare to bring this upon the world?
This is Smack My Pitch Show.
My name is Amy Bogard.
And I'm Myke the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as, what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIpodcast.com.
Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm FU Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're gonna fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
embrace the madness.
Hey guys, Scotty P here with Smash on your left. And we are the Geek Fathers. That's right, bringing all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent.
So welcome to our world.
And as always, join us
or cry.
In a world of blockbuster movies, there's another dimension.
The dimension of schlock cinema. Join us at Beautiful Disasters on a journey into the fringe territory of B-movie abandon.
We review the flicks that are forgotten or underappreciated to give them a proper place in the annals of celluloid history.
I'm the Groots.
FU Hunter.
Your guides at Beautiful Disasters. Come along with us for a fun ride. May the schlock be with you.